everyone. Welcome to the Pharma Forum Interview Series, where we spotlight thought leaders and innovators shaping the future of life sciences, meetings, and events management. In this series, we'll explore latest trends, challenges, and opportunities in the industry, offering valuable insights for professionals across the life sciences ecosystem. Today, we are thrilled to feature Michelle Kaminski, who is the Global Meetings and Events Director, Global Functions at AstraZeneca. Michelle will share her journey, perspectives on industry transformation, and what makes Pharma Forum a must-attend event for planners, suppliers, and medical stakeholders. So let's dive in. So hi, Shelley. For those who haven't had the chance to meet you yet, could you share a bit about your professional journey and what ultimately led you to your current role in the life sciences space?
Of course. Hi, Lily. It's nice to see you.
Yes, you as
And
well.
I'd be happy to share that. I actually started my career out within HR, and I was working for a lot of different industries at that time, which gave me really kind of a great lens to how different teams work and, what people need to do in order to perform their best. And that pathway led me into the life sciences industry, where I first started in project management. And that was a really great lesson for me within project management, working cross-functionally and also with different teams, with different groups. And that really kind of shaped my skills working with very complex types of projects. So after about 6 years or so in project management, I moved into the event management space. And that's where I really found my passion. And I realized that, the energy of the meeting space within life sciences, bringing people together to really, push forward to really do what's best for our patients in the industry was really something that I loved. And so I spent many years, actually delivering events and, moving projects forward. And before stepping into my current role, which is leading the team within global functions. So, I love it. I love the life sciences industry and I love event management. And I'm so pleased to be doing that right now.
Excellent. Awesome. But from your perspective, what are the most significant challenges facing life science meetings today? And how do you see these evolving in the near future?
I think that there are so many opportunities out there, and there are so many areas where we are, looking to the HCPs to advise us. And I think they are really stretched, the HCPs. They're having their office hours, they're caring for patients, they're doing research, they're juggling so many things. And I think we have to be really kind of targeted in how we manage the events for them right now. There's a lot of complexities with that as well, related to compliance and data privacy and, across multiple different countries. And I think for the future, I think we'll really need to be very focused and targeted and maybe kind of offer up more smarter type of opportunities so that we can take into account their feedback and what they need.
Yes, excellent. Pharma Forum US is widely recognized as a premier event for the industry. So, in your view, what makes this gathering so unique and valuable for professionals across the ecosystem?
Well, I just think, Pharma Forum US brings everyone together. Everyone comes to the same table. Everyone has the opportunity, planners, medical, compliance, suppliers, technology. And during Pharma Forum, we really focus on real life issues. There is a lot of theory behind, what we do, but at the same time, these interactions that we have at Pharma Forum are very practical and, really can improve your day-to-day work with, hands-on solutions that really make a difference.
Yeah, I know you touched on this a little bit, but what practical advice would you offer to meeting professionals who want to stay ahead and remain adaptable in this dynamic space?
I would give the same answer to anyone in event management and any other industry, and that is flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
You have to continuously be flexible in whatever career you choose. For us in event management, think about the HCP and what the purpose is in bringing them to the table. How can we streamline things that matter? Can we be spending less time on admin tasks? Mm-hmm. And I think one of the big things that is going to help us is AI. Mm-hmm. Kind of using that for some of the heavy lifting. Of course, we have to keep the human involved, but at the same time, hopefully we can, kind of target things a bit easier with using AI. But I think bottom line is always being flexible, staying curious, thinking outside of the box, always learning and growing is what we need to continue doing.
Yes, for sure. Awesome advice. So I know you touched on a few pieces around the HCPs. And I know for Pharma Forum, you'll be speaking on the session HCP Perspective, so inside the minds of healthcare professionals. Could you give us a preview of the key insights and takeaways attendees can expect from your session?
Sure. We are really looking to find out what is driving mm-hmm. the HCP's decisions, right? What makes them pick one meeting over another meeting. And we really want to be able to talk about how to gather that information. How do we target the specific HCPs that we really need to engage with? Mm-hmm. And, we're hoping to, come up with some, share some practices that will allow for that so that we can really be engaging and manage those meetings the best that we can with the attendance that we're looking for.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that session. I love having you on that panel, even from last year to this year. So looking forward to what we'll learn this year.
And
for the last question, kind of a fun question. So you see a lot of events and meetings. What is on your event bucket list? What is number one for you?
Oh, goodness. So that's a really fun question. It's really interesting. And I'd love to hear what other people say about it too. But for me, I am very interested in dance. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of have two bucket lists here. One is like short term, which I could probably go to when I want. And that is the UDA college dance team nationals. Mm-hmm. But my big one is the Dancing with the Stars finale. That would be my my bucket list, because I'm just so impressed with, I love dance, but I'm mm-hmm. so impressed with everything they do, because all the music is live. Yeah. The songs that they're dancing to, they have singers in the background that are singing the song. It's just amazing to me, the costuming, the production, all of that. So I would love to go to that.
Yeah, and especially this last season, who wouldn't want to be in the same room as Robert Irwin? So.
Exactly.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Michelle, and thank you to the viewer for taking the time to join this installment of the Pharma Forum Interview Series. So we hope you found Michelle's insights as inspiring and thought-provoking as we did. So stay tuned for more conversations with industry leaders as we continue to explore the evolving landscape of life science meeting management. And we will see you at Pharma Forum March 22nd through 25th in Boston this year. Thank you.